the Nutrition English Lab.
Welcome back to the Nutrition English Lab. I'm Dr. Frady, episode 3, and today everything is different. In episodes 1 and 2, we showed you AI tools for clinical work, documentation, content creation, research, academic writing, powerful tools, but all of them assumed you were already functional in English. Today, I want to speak to the healthcare professionals who studied in a non-native English environment and who now works, studies, or publishes in English. The health worker who understands lectures but freezes when asked a question. The student preparing for an English proficiency exam while simultaneously managing clinical placements. The professional who knows the science but struggles to communicate it in English at the level their career requires. Today, we cover 4 AI tools specifically for building English, and I'm going to be very direct about something most YouTube videos avoid. Free versions of these tools have real limits. Older AI models, usage caps, disabled features. I will tell you exactly what the free tier gives you and what it doesn't for every single tool. We have 4 tools today: Gemini, Grammarly, VivaLingua, and ELSA Speak. Let's start.
Quick but important. Every tool today has a free version. You can sign up right now, no credit card, and use all 4. That is genuinely good. But free tiers exist to show you the product, not to give you the full product. Free tiers typically run on older AI models, not the latest, not the most capable. They set daily or monthly usage limits. They disable the most powerful features. The gap between free and paid in language learning AI is real, and knowing about it means you can make informed decisions, rather than thinking the tool is weak, when actually you just need the next tier. My practical advice: test all 4 tools on free this week. Identify which one addresses your biggest gap. Then, and only then, consider paying for that one tool. You don't need 4 premium subscriptions. You need 1, targeted to your actual weakness. With that said, tab 1. Let's open Gemini. First tool, Gemini, Google's AI assistant. You may be thinking, wait, Gemini? Isn't that for research and writing? And yes, we covered AI assistants like ChatGPT and Claude in episode 1. But today, I want to show you something different. I want to show you how to use Gemini as a personalized English study planner and learning coach. And the reason I'm starting here is because planning is where most English learners fail before they even begin. Most people who want to improve their English professional skills open an app, study randomly for a week, lose motivation, and stop. What they needed was not more willpower. They needed a structured program. And Gemini can build that for them in under 2 minutes. Let me show you a real example. I'm going to type a prompt that one of our viewers, a nutritionist preparing for the TOEFL exam, could use right now. Watch the prompt carefully because the prompt is the skill. The prompt says, I want to improve my English because I have to take the TOEFL test in 2 months. I need to prepare for it, and I'd like to use only this tool to get ready. My current level is B2, but my goal is to reach C1. Could you organize a full 2-month program with daily tasks? I can dedicate 1 hour per day to my studies. Please include all 4 skills, but place a heavy emphasis on speaking as it is my weakest area. Please ensure the program focuses on the 2026 TOEFL format specifically. Look at what Gemini produced from a single well-written prompt. A complete 8-week study program. Daily tasks, skill rotation, specific TOEFL task types aligned to the 2026 format, speaking tasks built in 3 times per week because that's what the prompt asked for. Now, I want to pause on this prompt for a moment because the prompt is the most important thing I'm showing you today. Most people type something like, help me prepare for TOEFL, and they get a generic, vague answer. Look at what this prompt did differently. It gave Gemini 5 specific pieces of information: a goal, TOEFL in 2 months, a current level, B2, a target level, C1, a time constraint, 1 hour per day, and a specific weakness, speaking. And it added one more thing. It asked for the 2026 TOEFL format specifically, not a generic program, but one aligned to the current version of the test.
The more specific and contextualized your prompt, the more useful the output. That principle applies to every AI tool we have covered in this series. Gemini is a planner and a coach, but the quality of the coaching depends entirely on the quality of your instruction. And now, here is where the free tier matters. The free version of Gemini uses an older model. For planning tasks like this, the free model is actually quite competent. A 2-month study program is not beyond it. But when you start asking Gemini to evaluate your speaking, grade your essays, or give you detailed TOEFL feedback, the paid version, Gemini Advanced, which runs on the latest Gemini Ultra model, gives significantly more accurate and detailed responses.
Second tool, Grammarly. If Gemini is your planner and coach, Grammarly is your real-time writing assistant. It works in your browser, in Google Docs, in Gmail. Everywhere you write in English, Grammarly is there. Let me show you a clinical email written in the style of a non-native English speaker. These are real errors. I see them all the time. I am writing for you regarding the patient we discussed last week. She are following my recommendations. However, despite of her efforts, her results are not improving. I think is better to consider a different treatment. Now watch what happens when Grammarly steps in. I am writing to you regarding the patient we discussed last week. She is following my recommendations. However, despite her efforts, her results are not improving. I think it is better to consider a different treatment.
This is the key principle for using Grammarly as a learning tool rather than just a correction tool. Read every explanation. Don't just click accept. Read why the suggestion was made. That is where language acquisition happens. Now, the free tier limitation. Free Grammarly gives you basic grammar and spelling corrections. It does not give you the full explanation, the tone analysis, the clarity score, or vocabulary enhancement suggestions. And critically, it runs on an older AI model that misses contextual errors. For a clinical email to a colleague, the free version catches the obvious errors. For a research abstract or a job application letter, use premium for that one document.
Third tool, VivaLingua at VivaLingua.ai. This is a newer platform, and I want to flag that clearly because it means features may have changed since I recorded this. Always check the current version at the website. What VivaLingua does that the other tools don't, it provides live voice-based conversation practice with AI teachers. You're not doing grammar drills or vocabulary flashcards. You're speaking naturally, using speech to text, and getting instant feedback. Each AI teacher has unique specialties and teaching styles, so you can choose one that matches your goals. The platform is designed to build real-world fluency and speaking confidence. It's focused on practical communication, not word games. It also offers dedicated IELTS preparation, with AI examiners that score your speaking, writing, and reading using the same criteria as the real test. What makes VivaLingua particularly interesting for our audience? It's a low-pressure environment where you can practice without judgment and build confidence before real conversations. Now, the free tier. VivaLingua offers 3 free conversations with no sign-up required and no credit card. You can jump straight into a conversation and test the platform immediately. However, for unlimited practice sessions and full access to all features, you'll need the Pro plan.
Fourth tool, ELSA Speak. ELSA stands for English Language Speech Assistant. The problem it solves? Pronunciation. You can have excellent grammar and rich vocabulary, but if your pronunciation creates barriers in consultations, presentations, or oral exams, it undermines everything else. ELSA uses AI speech recognition, specifically trained on non-native English accents. That distinction matters. Standard speech recognition like Siri or Google is trained primarily on native speakers and handles non-native accents less accurately. ELSA was built for learners. Let me show you the core feature. Now, let me take a moment to describe what you'll see when you visit ELSA's website. The homepage at elsaspeak.com/en positions ELSA as the world's best way to improve your English speaking.
It's a clean, modern interface built around a powerful AI English coach. The site highlights 3 core capabilities: real-world conversation practice, personalized lessons with interactive games, and instant bilingual feedback, all designed to match your specific goals and level. What defines ELSA's approach is that its AI was developed using voice data from people speaking English with various accents, which allows it to recognize the speech patterns of non-native speakers far better than most other voice recognition technologies. The platform also offers hyper-personalized learning paths, real-life role plays with a personal AI coach, and even a bilingual AI tutor that supports you in your native language so that challenging words become easier to understand.
Do you see what's happening here? Confidence is not a rare medical term. It's a word you use every day in clinical practice, in patient consultations, in presentations. But if you stress the second syllable instead of the first, if you say confidence instead of confidence, you create a subtle but real barrier to being understood as clearly as you intended. ELSA catches that at the phoneme level, the position of the stress, the quality of each vowel. This is the kind of precise, actionable feedback that traditional classroom instruction rarely provides. ELSA's pronunciation tool works for any word in English, making it an invaluable resource for healthcare professionals who need to master both everyday communication and specialized clinical terminology. The free tier gives you access to the basic word pronunciation feature and 5 minutes per day of practice. For systematic improvement, the paid version removes that time limit and gives you full phoneme breakdown on every practice session.
4 tools. Let me give you the honest summary of what free gives you and what it doesn't. Gemini Free. Excellent for generating study programs and vocabulary lists. The planning tasks are well within the free model's capability. For detailed writing evaluation and grading, the paid model is noticeably better. Grammarly Free. Good for catching grammar and spelling errors in everyday writing. Not sufficient for formal clinical or academic documents. The explanation feature, which is the learning mechanism, is limited on free. VivaLingua Free. Enough to test the platform with 3 free conversations and no sign-up required. Jump straight in and see if the AI teacher approach works for you. Not enough for consistent daily fluency development because the free sessions are capped. Also, I want to say this clearly. VivaLingua is a newer platform. Features may have changed since I recorded this. Check the current free tier at vivalingua.ai before making any decision. ELSA Free. 5 minutes per day, basic scoring. Useful for occasional practice on specific words. Not enough for systematic pronunciation improvement. The pattern across all AI tools discussed throughout those episodes is consistent. Free tiers run on older AI models. The latest, most capable models are behind the paywall. That is a deliberate business decision, and understanding it helps you manage your expectations and your spending.
If this episode was useful, subscribe to the Nutrition English Lab. More worthy episodes are coming. We continue building your academic and professional English, one tool at a time. And if there's a specific topic you'd like us to talk about in a future episode, tell us in the comments section. You can write in any language. It does not matter which one you use. Remember, we are here to learn all together. I'm Freddie. Use the free tier to start. Learn the tool, then decide if it's worth paying for. See you in the next episode.
The Nutrition English Lab.